All right. What's the going on? What's going on, you guys? It's giving hump day. Hump day. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Okay. Or shall I say hump night? Yeah. So what's going on, you guys? Shout out to y'all for being here. Okay. All the viewers on a Wednesday night. We typically do these on Thursdays, but we had to do a little switch up this week. So we thank you guys for being here. All right. We got a good show in store for you guys. So make sure you're coming in, you're liking up the video, and you're subscribing to all of our channels. Okay. Necey popped off, but she'll be right back in. Okay. What's the going on, Bondy? How you doing?
Girl, I'm good. I'm good. I was taking an off day today, and just kind of like chilling. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't often do that. I have to like make a conscious effort to take off days,
Yeah.
especially like during the week. So just kind of chilled, watched a movie, was on TikTok because I'm trying to grow my TikTok. It was cute.
Oh, good. Good. What movie you watched?
Strictly Business. People were asking me to do it now that we're grown on it, so I was
Yeah.
watching it and I was just like, "Yeah, I think I'll do that next." Because
Okay.
it was I was like, "Okay, no, this is creepy. We're gonna talk about this."
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's
Yeah.
up. Yeah, I ain't really take much of an off day today, but I did take some time to rest after my show came on, right?
Mm.
And I didn't mean to go to sleep, but I did fall asleep on a bit of it. But I was watching the documentary. I think it's called The Perfect Neighbor or something like that.
Girl, I refuse.
I talked about this story a while ago, but I did kind of doze off on it. But I seen quite a few people talking about the documentary. So, yeah, I wanted to check it out, and I gotta go back and watch it. I might. We'll see. Cause I feel like I kinda already know everything that pretty much is gonna happen. Cause I remember talking about this story when it went down,
Yeah.
but, I'm glad the family is getting, some justice for her because that story was really crazy.
No, I
Crazy,
do
crazy,
too, 'cause
crazy.
yeah, I think I do remember when it actually happened, but when I saw it on Netflix, I saw the trailer, I was just like, "Yeah, no, I'm not about to do that to myself, girl. I already know what it
Yeah,
is. I got it." Okay?
yeah,
Evil in Quinsu Wocha. Okay?
mhm,
White devil, as
yeah, well, for sure.
yeah. So, yeah.
Yes, it is. Somebody was asking, "Is it on Netflix?" It is on Netflix, y'all. Okay, it is on Netflix. As we wait for Necey to get back into the room, okay, I'm not sure what happened, but I wanted to make sure that I let y'all know to go vote, especially if you out here in Georgia. All right, they are doing early voting, so make sure y'all get out there and y'all vote and let y'all know what it's for right here. What's on the ballot? Okay, they got two public service commission seats that's up. The PSC regulates Georgia's power and utility companies, deciding on rate increases and energy policy for everyone in the state. Local municipal elections involving mayors, city council members, and local ballot questions in cities and towns across Georgia. All right. They are doing early voting from now until the 31st, and then the election day is on November 4th. But I've been seeing a lot of people's bills. Like I've been seeing people over there on the TikTok that was complaining about their bills because I feel like their bills were like, I think maybe like 100 and something. I saw this one lady doing a news story where her bill actually went up to over $1,500.
My God, today.
Yes. And I don't have Georgia power by the grace of God. Praise him. And hopefully they don't try to mess with, the power that I do have. But Georgia power, Alabama power, I don't know if there's a Mississippi power, but to me, any power company under Southern company is a fool. Because I used to be with Alabama Power back when I lived in Alabama, and it ain't no different than Georgia Power. So if y'all got some companies that are under Southern company, they a fool.
I just recently saw something about that, because they were talking about it locally. We have, Entergy out here, and
Mhm.
Entergy, like, back in the day, it was like a fight over it being private or it being, for the state. And along the way, they did some girl, it was this long story I saw on TikTok about it, but what I understand, it pulls from the state grid. So regardless to whether it's owned by the state or not, it's still pulling from the grid that is owned by the state. So something similar to that,
Mm.
where they fuck over us basically because of the monopoly on the energy. And they
Okay.
do a lot of monopolizing, but yeah, we have Entergy out here, and yeah, for the most part, all of Louisiana, I believe, at least my area, is
Okay.
Entergy. And girl, it's ridiculous. Like the prices are like ridiculous, and it's because I understand they don't believe in global warming in this country anymore, so they're no longer incentivizing for the government isn't incentivizing companies to use better fossil fuels or some shit like that when Biden and all of them were in office. And even before that, internet went down as soon as we started the show. Okay. Uh
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Um
Niecy will be back shortly. Internet went out. She's coming back.
yeah. But either way, it's a fucked up situation. It really is. And from what I understand, like there is a fear that the grids could be soaking up so much energy eventually that they could fail. And then what that would mean for, everybody that's connected to these grids. And because they
That's
don't believe in
scary as
global
hell.
warming, they're not doing the proper things to
Yep.
you know,
Mhm.
help with that because they don't believe in it.
I believe that. That makes me think about, I'm not sure exactly what happened in Texas. Like, what was it, like 2 or 3 years ago, when something happened with their power grids? When it was, I guess it got like, no, I think it was like too cold or it froze and their power grids like went out or
I
something.
remember that.
Because they're on their own power grid, I thought, and that is like, girl, that is extremely scary. You know what else is interesting when you talked about outage and stuff? Were you affected by that internet outage that happened like earlier in the week, or was it last week?
Not that I know of.
It's been some weird stuff going on. So like I think it was week before last, I was struggling to is this the layout? I think
On
so.
YouTube, you mean?
Yeah, yeah. Well, yes. So like week before last, I was struggling to like get videos uploaded. Right, I was having an issue with getting videos uploaded. They were taking forever. Right. Come to find out, it was my internet server, not YouTube. Well, the
Okay.
next week, YouTube went down completely. I don't know if you remember that. It was like last. I think it was
I
last
wasn't
week.
I wasn't on when that happened, but I saw Kempire talk about it.
Yeah, it was just like down. And then I think it was this week where it was like the whole internet just going. I'm like, yo, what the hell? Are we in retro? Okay, like
In a
Mercury
retrograde.
retrograde, because what's happening?
Yeah,
Shit
no.
is going down. Like it's a little. I'm like, are y'all running tests? I don't know. It's just like I'm not really a conspiracy theorist, but I feel like with this new administration, you have no choice but to kind of like think all these different
Absolutely. And
things because
trust
it's so fucking crazy. And speaking of this administration, I do want us to tap into something. So
that guy.
Trump has been out here on his Thanos. And when I tell you he has been collecting infinity stones like crazy, he has gotten money
Oh,
from,
boy.
I believe, ABC. For I don't know if they defamed his characters. I think he got money from ABC. Not sure about CNN. Maybe he's gotten a check from YouTube, or supposed to be getting one. He had a settlement with YouTube. Now he is coming to the front, right? And he is trying to get something out of the DOJ because he didn't pretty much like the fact that they were trying to charge him with whatever crimes, right?
Mhm.
So I'm just like, this is crazy. And I'm just like, ain't nobody gonna push back. Everybody just settling and giving him what he wants. And I feel like this right here may be a bit of a conflict of interest, in my opinion, be-
Absolutely.
because you get to make the decision on whether it's approved or not. I would have thought,
Well,
right? But I don't know the full
it shouldn't
breakdown.
be like that, but because he is in control of Pam Bondi, and I believe that she would be the person in charge of this because of her position, if I'm recalling, like she's in charge of the committee that that does the budgeting. So
Okay.
if he was suing yeah, the US government, that money would be have to be approved from Pam Bondi. And it's very much, I hate the fact that she has my name, but I do believe that we are related. Um,
Mm,
but yeah, I told y'all that. But yeah, I'm so annoyed about it, and I wish people would stop spelling my name with an I for that exact fact.
mm,
Um,
mm.
but
I
yeah,
know that's right.
this is just so, and she, like, y'all, I've seen some of the hearings that they've had with her. She is indignant. She is rude. She is disrespectful. Like they were questioning her about some shit. Somebody took some money. Like it was obviously like a you paying some lobbyist type shit. That's what it seemed like to me. But
Yeah.
either way, somebody who wasn't supposed to be taking money from somewhere took some fucking money and it was on, record. Like they had it on video or on audio or something like that. So they had a committee meeting and they were questioning her about it. She had a book open in front of her and she had notes. So every time they asked her something, she would start going through all of these papers, but she was never answering any fucking questions. Somebody took a picture. What was actually on the pieces of paper was personal jabs to throw at the individual committee members whenever they asked her a question. So that's the type
fucking fool.
Bruh, that's the type of shit they on right now. They're like just completely flipping it on people. Now, what they just did, they I think they kicked all of the press out of the Pentagon. Y'all know he already took a lot of people's credentials from coming to the press room at the White House. They are also now doing construction on the White House. It's a lot. It's a lot going on. But to me, I'm like, if any of these like, racist white people ever really had any pride in what America was supposed to stand for, even if it was like the racist part, even that, he's still dismantling and just kind of like knocking it all down with no care whatsoever for all of the reverence that y'all pretended to have for these systems. And it's just, it's funny. It's just funny.
Very, very true. I want to get into his comments on why he wants this $230 million, child.
Election. And as you know, we had, in one case, 60 Minutes had to pay us a lot of money. George Slobodanopoulos had to pay us a lot of money, and they already paid. They paid me a lot of money because what they did was wrong. And, when somebody does what's wrong. Now, with the country, it's interesting because I'm the one that makes a decision, right? And, that decision would have to go across my desk. And it's awfully strange to make a decision where I'm paying myself. In other words, did you ever have one of those cases where you have to decide how much you're paying yourself in damages? But I was damaged very greatly. And any money that I would get, I would give to charity.
I'm going to tell you something. If he wasn't the president, he'd be one of my favorite supervillains. Okay, the man is asking for reparations for himself.
Can y'all still hear it?
And he's going to get it. Why? Because the senior department officials he's asking were defense lawyers for him. And now they are in jobs that typically must approve any payout. Do I have to tell you that this is a conflict of interest?
Wow.
Do you care if you are a Trump supporter that you might be starving right now? You have no idea how you're going to pay your bills right now, but he is about to pay himself whatever the hell he wants, but it's going to be $230 million. Listen, okay, that $250 million White House ballroom that Trump is getting built isn't going to pay itself. But don't worry. Trump said he's using some of his own money for the White House ballroom, but he hasn't said how much. And Trump says the project will be paid for with private donations and that no public money will be spent on the ballroom. So if we're keeping score, that's $480 million, right? Okay, so let's just say you're a Trump supporter. Your defense will probably be, well, the investigations against Trump is BS. So he should get reparations for what the government did to him. Never mind, it's unethical. Never mind, he's essentially paying himself. Whatever. And then with the ballroom, I'm sure you will say, well, that's not taxpayer dollars, okay? Well, what about this one? A $20 billion payout for Argentina. Bailouts for another country's economy? At a time like this? Is our economy flourishing? Is our economy booming? I thought it was Make America Great Again, but apparently America has been replaced with Argentina, okay? My fellow Americans, I ask a simple question. What is America First about sending $20 billion to another country while Americans are suffering? Now, some people say Trump is just using U.S. funds to influence a foreign election, which would definitely be a misuse of public money. Are tax dollars going to influence another country's election? Come on now. Now, I want to put a button on this thing by letting you know that U.S. farmers who have been, shut out of China's soybean market because of Trump's trade war are really hurting. But when asked about the American farmers who feel like he's prioritizing Argentinian farmers more than them, he had this to say.
My question is, what do you have to say to U.S. farmers who feel that the deal is benefiting Argentina more than it is them they are?
Argentina's fighting for its life. Young lady, you don't know anything about it. They're fighting for their life. Nothing's benefiting Argentina. They're fighting for their life. You understand what that means? They have no money. They have no anything. They're fighting so hard to survive. If I can help them survive in a free world, I happen to like the president of Argentina. I think he's trying to do the best he can, but don't make it sound like they're doing great. They are dying.
Jesus Christ. Are American farmers not fighting for their life? Are average everyday Americans not fighting for their life? What is benefiting Americans right now about what's going on in America? Do Americans have money? Huh? How is this making America great again? How is this America first? I just need you all to know that the only thing President Trump cares to make great is his bank account. Okay, the only thing he puts first is himself. And I'm just here to make you aware of what's going on. Argue amongst yourself, because I'm not going back and forth with none of you MAGA bots on social media today.
What they did, they rigged.
Child, it's a whole lot of money in this month, ain't it? It's a whole lot. 230 million. This man is trying to get back to that billionaire status. If he isn't already there. And I'm just surprised that nobody has tried to
arrest him.
That would be the less the lesser thing.
I mean,
yeah, I don't have a whole lot to say because what I want to say ain't good.
Girl, this is crazy. But y'all make sure y'all get out there and, vote. I feel like the past month I've been trying to see like what the hell really going on. I feel like I've been more in tuned into like what's happening, what's going on. So what they doing over here than I ever have. So crazy times, crazy world. Anything else on this matter at hand? On a lighter note, let's get into this. So the ladies of Married to Medicine are returning. And I'm just trying to see if you guys notice a particular person who is not in the cast photo.
Heavenly.
That's right. Heavenly. Dr. Heavenly. They said that Dr. Heavenly was demoted down to being a friend of the show. But also, they're saying that I believe this was the case. Anyway, she ran for a particular position, and because of that, she couldn't be on the show. I do have that video where she kind of talks about that, so we'll get into that real quick. Let's see. Was it this one that I had?
Yeah, because I was about to say they have her individual cast photos. So I'm like, okay, she's not completely missing.
Yeah, they got a photo for her.
I didn't know on Bravo you ain't allowed to run for office.
Really?
We're not allowed to run for office, but hell, I didn't know it. And ignorance is bliss. Because baby, I had already switched the thing. And if I feel like I'm changing, I'm doing something unprecedented.
Yeah.
Because initially it took them 8 weeks to get my contract together because they said you can't do it. You can't tell me what I can't do.
That's right.
Then they did it again, the same thing, right? It took them 8 weeks. We only filmed 12 weeks. It took them 8 weeks. They had to get outside counsel to see if they could cover it, how they could cover it,
right.
And things like that. And they came back and and they got the parameters where they can show it on the show. I didn't know on Bravo you ain't allowed to run for.
When you win,
speak it.
Are you gonna still be able to do the show?
That's a question. Yeah. But when God gave me the plan, I didn't see the show in it. I didn't see the show in it. Now, trust me, I will probably have one more. Okay, am I talking too much, Freddie? Am I saying too much?
Yeah,
whatever God, you're not here. No. Whatever God got for me, that's what I'm willing to do. And it is a big deal. It is the show pay good. It's dope. But I gotta do what God tells me to do.
When you win,
speak it.
So that's what's going on with Heavenly. Y'all, please go out there and vote for Heavenly. Because I do believe that if she ends up getting this position, she will not be on the show. If she were, it would be in an extremely small capacity. So y'all, I gave y'all the date. So when y'all need to get out here and go vote. So y'all make sure y'all run down there and vote for Heavenly in the position that she's running for in whatever district that belongs to y'all. But yeah, I figured it was that. And then they're premiering the show like on November 30th, which is weeks after the election would have been held. So it had to be because of that. But did y'all get a chance to watch the trailer?
Yes.
No, I didn't see the trailer. But one thing, did it sound like she almost said we got one more season of the show left? like maybe I just completed the sentence for her, but it sounded like she said we got one more. Like the way she was talking was almost as if she was saying, I ain't gonna miss out on too much. We probably got one more season in us. Like, I don't know. Maybe maybe I'm reaching, but that's what it sounded like she was saying. She said, and then she said, am I talking too much? She said, we probably got one. Am I talking too much?
Oh, damn. I missed that part.
I missed it, but that makes sense because it does feel like this needs to be coming to an end at some point.
Well, you know what? I ain't mad at him. Go ahead, Heavenly, for figuring out your next step. Should this show come to a close? Man,
I guess.
What you
I mean,
mean?
she's already a dentist though, so it ain't like she still would be able to do that.
I don't know.
Supplement that additional income.
She might be good as a government person, but I don't. The reason why I'm saying I don't know so much is because Heavenly don't really seem like the type to be on bullshit as well as like true government officials, which I guess works in certain people's situation, like Donald Trump, where they just say everything that come out their mouth and people like you because you real and raw. So maybe Heavenly will win when it comes to that front because she'll be real and raw. We'll see.
Yeah, maybe. Now there were some things that happened in this trailer. And one of the things was Heavenly saying that she learned about her son's arrest through social media. I thought that was interesting because I thought that her husband had already knew about it and handled it and took care of that. So it's clear she and Toya gonna be back beefing again. So I'm wondering if Toya is gonna end up clocking something about that. Also, Quad is still trying to have her child, and she's willing to go over to Africa to do it. But it looks like her man was gonna break her heart or something. I don't know what that moment was about. We'll learn about that more at a later time. But I was like, damn,
Maybe I have seen this trailer.
Huh?
I said maybe I have seen the trailer because all this sounds familiar. What did it drop last week?
Today.
Oh.
Yeah. And that's pretty much it.
Well, Quad, I guess, girl. I guess. I guess.
Why are you saying that?
Because
you're not here for him.
It's not even that I'm not here for him. You don't even know that nigga like that. Like you don't know that man like that. Like let's be for real. Like y'all ain't been together that long. I know you want us to think that y'all been together so long and all of that. But I just kind of feel like it gives I want something and I'm going to try to make that happen regardless to whether it's organic to the person that I'm with.
I can see that.
Go ahead.
Especially with her being older.
You see what I was about to say?
What?
I was gonna say, okay, two things like stemming from this. Number one, did y'all hear about people alleging that Malaysia was pregnant with Jamal's kid?
Yeah, I put it in the DM.
Oh, that's probably where I seen it. Okay, and then the second thing is, did y'all see the clip of Sweet Tea? And she was talking about, they was asking her if she was trying for a kid. And she said no, because we need to focus on building a strong foundation first. Do y'all have any thoughts on that? Yeah. It very much is given what Quad said was right. And I don't know how much longer I'm going to be here. So I don't know if I need to focus on having a kid.
Yeah, it sounds like you stop acting like a fool over there. And I'm glad because it's obvious you don't need to have no baby with that man. Like, you're just going to be upsetting your nerves for no reason. Like, no. And then on top of that, I feel like it's okay to even say that. Like, it's okay to say, you know, I'm not really on that right now with him. Because, you know, I don't like him. And I thought he was like mean to her essentially. And he treated her badly. And it was as if he wanted somebody to stand on top of, and she was allowing him to do that to her. So, you know, that's what it was. But I didn't prefer that. And also, what else did she say? Something else she said that I wanted to talk about, but I forgot. Damn.
That's why she should have stayed on the show, though. That's my thing. You should have stayed on the show and collected that check.
Right.
So when it's time for you to leave. And people in the comments is asking who? Malaysia Pargo from Basketball Wives and Pastor Jamal Bryant.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull it up now. I think I'm having the same issue Necey was having with the internet, and me and Bondy was just
I'm like,
talking about that.
oh my gosh, I had no idea what was going on. And by the way, y'all, this is old tea, like a
Oh, yeah.
decade old. I think it might not even be a decade.
Bondy,
Somewhere
I
around
think
there.
what you were searching for with Sweet Tea was Africa. When she talked
Mm.
about them probably going to Africa or something like that, like trying to lead a country because her sister already went to Africa.
No, I missed that part. No,
Yeah, I
it
was like, girl, y'all
was
not going over there. Greg not finna go over there.
girl, listen, I don't know
That's
why
not
she
happening.
go by yourself, girl. Don't worry about him. Just go.
Y'all know what? TikTok just might be. Is TikTok down?
I don't know.
I think it's TikTok.
Okay.
Now.
So basically, in the video, it's a girl. It had to be the one you sent. It was the white girl talking, right, Bondy?
Which
There's a
one?
black
Oh
girl.
no, it wasn't the white girl. The light skinned black girl was
Yeah,
talking. Yes. Okay. So the girl in the video says that allegedly. So I can't remember. Was it Malaysia doing an interview with Carlos, and she told Carlos when she was on Basketball Wives, she had unfortunately a miscarriage, and
right.
she said she was going through a lot that season because she was dating a man that she had no business dating. And now everybody's saying that the man that she was with is allegedly Jamal Bryant, and allegedly that was his baby that she miscarried. So yeah, I don't know. Didn't they say Phaedra was talking to Jamal at some point too?
That
Yes.
was an
That was
accusation.
Mr. Chocolate.
Yeah.
That's
That's what
what
people say.
that's what the stories say. Allegedly, that was him.
Allegedly, Lily.
Yeah,
Hmm.
crazy, right? Crazy.
Yeah, no, it's old. It's very old, y'all. This is like, yeah, it's very old. I don't remember how long ago they said it was.
But the Malaysia shit is new. Us finding out that thinking like that Malaysia was pregnant by him. I thought that was new.
Oh, that's new, but the pregnancy is old.
Oh yeah,
The timeline of it.
Gotcha.
yeah. But nah, yeah, Jamal is a whole out here. That's why, in general, I don't know why people trust pastors so much. Like after men, and then they all, oh, he stumbled. Girl, it's not a stumble. It's a way of life. Niggas a hoe. Let's be real. You know?
For sure. Thank you for the super chat, Kimmy Kim. The Texas freeze, we were out of power for a week, and then they did a rolling blackout, and that lasted for a few days. Damn.
Yeah, don't y'all remember?
Yeah, we kind of talked about that, but I wasn't sure exactly what happened during that time frame because we were talking about power grids and stuff.
Yeah, that was. I still be buying bulk toilet tissue, like
I always did.
that from COVID, and then also just okay, if this goes out, what about? I don't know. I'm always in fear of like my phone ain't charged. What do I do if blah 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 blah? No, that's ridiculous.
Same, especially because of hurricanes and all of that shit. Like I always have it in my mind. That's why I buy in bulk. I be so aggravated when I tell Lyric to get some of the things that I might normally get, and he get the small size or something. I'd be like, who the fuck? Who you think live here? You think you single? Like what you getting 4 pieces of toilet paper for? I want
Go
you
to Sam's Club. Go to Costco.
Hello, you better order the biggest that they got. I don't want to have to go back to the store next week for no goddamn paper ties. Like, Lord have mercy. Pray for us.
All right, y'all. Miss Kelly, Real Housewives of Atlanta, she done found herself in a little piece of trouble
Again.
right? My girl Kelly been going through it. See, I feel like since August, she had the issue with the lady next door, the HOA lady. She been going back and forth to court with. She got this husband. He over here trying to sue Bravo for defamation and abuse allegations. I don't know if anything is documented, but if she has any documentation, I just really don't see this going that far because he's trying to say that she sat up there and lied all on the show about him and stuff. And there's a lot of stuff this man said about how he took out loans and stuff like that for one of the businesses, the Nana's Chicken and Waffles. I think it was like a $420,000 loan he took out, but she spent most of the money on other stuff and not the actual business. So it's been a lot. And in the midst of him also suing Bravo, she hires Phaedra because he doesn't want the children to be shown on the show. So she got a lot of legal stuff going on. right now. And I kind of feel for Kelly just a little bit because that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money to be dishing out, especially when she was sitting up here waiting for him to pay like any spousal support or money he owed to her, as well as child support. And I don't know if he's up to date on that. But after getting that divorce, that's what, like, the finances a little bit was what delayed her restaurant from opening. And I was surprised she's still opening. So I was like, good for you. But now you back tied up into court.
I feel for her to a degree, but I can't take her all the way serious because honestly, I couldn't even look into the story because she hired Phaedra. And win a case. I'm like, for one, maybe Phaedra is successful. I don't know if she's actually practicing, but for me, like, I would want my lawyer to be a lawyer. I wouldn't want you to be a lawyer, a mortician, and everything else. Like, it's just crazy. I respect her hustle. You know, the hustle is there. Like, she went and laid Portia cousin to rest. Now you representing Kelly. She's getting a bag on top of a bag when it comes to these women on the show. But I don't know. Maybe I need to look into Phaedra's, records, but I wouldn't have hired Phaedra if I was really tired of going down to the courthouse. It feels like it's for play.
If I could be honest, when you say she's getting bags and bags, I think that's kind of why Kelly hired her. With all of this illegal trouble, I would want to believe a piece of a discount comes with that. And that's why she probably went ahead and hired her to handle some of this business. Yeah.
That's a great point.
That is a good point. Listen, I don't trust Phaedra as far as I can throw a little ass, and I still wouldn't trust her as far as I can throw her. So I just kind of feel like, okay, girl, be safe out there, but she doesn't seem trustworthy, and a lot of the time she pretends as if she knows what she's doing, but she really doesn't. And so that's another thing I don't feel too good about. But if she gonna give you a discount, I guess it's worth the try. But when it comes to Kelly, I just hope that Kelly stops living above her means the way it seems that she was doing when she was on the show, because it seemed like, you're getting hit up all way, all sideways. Chill out. Like, you don't.
I wonder if she is.
Don't pull a Wendy.
You think she is? She was living in a townhouse. They seemed like,
remember the
it was
person
giving Marlo, Robin.
Well, you remember when she did the birthday party for her daughter, and then made shit for the dog and all of that stuff. That's when it started. She did like 16 bags. It was the daughter's 15th to 16th birthday, so she did like a designer bag for each year or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a little bit of an excessive lifestyle.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, work on that just a little piece some more, Miss Kelly. Okay. It was something Necey said that I can't remember that I was gonna
Was it the bags on bags she was about to expand on?
It wasn't bags on bags. It was something else that I don't remember. It's okay.
I need to look at her records, Phaedra's records, to see if
It was something
winning
about
cases.
Kelly. It was something about Kelly. I don't remember exactly what it was. But as far as this husband, I wonder if he's going to be able to. I know he ain't finna win nothing with Bravo. I just refuse to believe he gonna win anything. But as far as control over the kids being shown on the show, I thought she had full rights to that. But I guess we'll see what they say.
Right.
Because that would suck. And it don't have to suck really, because she can use her restaurant as another storyline. She don't have to have her children on the show. And then she could film with her oldest daughter, who's not his child. So she doesn't really have to film with the younger ones at all. But
the younger ones wasn't on there last year that much anyway.
Nah, they weren't. I think she really just showed them when she did that whole in-store thing where she wanted some money to go towards, I think, the kids' conditions or one of the kids' conditions, when they tried to say Drew didn't buy no bag or something like that from there. Yeah. But that's what's going on there. And let's see what else we got. Y'all make sure you're coming in, you're liking up the video. If you haven't yet to like up the video, please make sure you go ahead and do that right now, because we got some things to get into, because new information has come out new information has come out about Dr. Wendy Osefo. All right. Y'all know I'm still team Wendy Osefo. So Dr. Wendy Osefo has been charged with insurance fraud. She and her husband. So they got about 30 charges on it, right? Well, Wendy then came out and her attorney has filed to say that the charges against her, or first of all, she wants the charges dropped, right? That's one thing. She feels like they illegally arrested her. She wants the charges dropped. They're saying that she would like she's demanding that all charges be dismissed due to alleged defects in the charging document. That's why. The defects in the charging document. They're also demanding that all evidence be suppressed because of an unlawful search and seizure. The Bravo Star also asked for all wire and verbal communications to be suppressed because of an unlawful interception. This is what Wendy's saying. Her lawyer also claimed his client was illegally arrested. Right? They said all admissions, statements, or confessions should not be allowed as evidence because they were unlawfully obtained. She's also wanting to be separate. Let me see where that one is. Right. So they're saying Wendy also asked that the trial of co-defendants be severed from the trials of this defendant. Basically separated. Whatever Eddie got going on is over there. That ain't, you need to separate it, split it up. We don't need to be tried together or nothing. Like he got his thing, I got mine. To me, that kind of seems like some type of positioning, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
To where somebody else will move in the lane of taking a piece of the fall. Or not a piece, but all of it. That's what I'm hearing. Let me see if there's anything else in this file. They're saying Wendy's lawyer demanded the prosecutors turn over any alleged evidence they possess. She demanded a list of all witnesses. The prosecutors plan to call any polygraph results of witnesses questioned by the law enforcement. She also wanted to know if the prosecutors had any confidential informants who worked on the investigation and asked for copies of all official police reports, right? They're saying that Eddie does not have a lawyer listed on his case as of yet. So that's,
are they separated?
That's what people are saying. I seen somebody say that they've been separated for 2 years, but I don't know.
It's low key. Like, I'm so confused. Okay, to Jamie's point, it does sound very much like positioning. Like go ahead and separate it because one of us can be here for the kids and the other one can take the fall. But for Eddie not to have a lawyer listed while Wendy has a lawyer listed is crazy. And then what else? Something about the communications. I don't know. Something about it don't sound right.
I think they wants to have everything pretty much thrown out. Any communications that may have been, it was unlawfully obtained, basically. So it says the reality stars, they're asking for all admission statements and confessions. Is that what you're talking about? Should not be allowed as evidence because they were unlawfully obtained.
Maybe.
And also all evidence to be suppressed because of an unlawful search and seizure. Oh, this the part you're talking about. The Bravo Star also asks for all wire and verbal communications to be suppressed because of an unlawful interception.
Because didn't he fucking text her or email her some shit?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's another reason why I can't go down with you, nigga. You dumb. Like you sending me evidence of the crime and shit. Yeah, nah. And then I said I felt like the disassociation that I could see in her face, I felt like that was a reflection of whatever was going on in her marriage. And I think that apparently them hoes was right. Remember a couple of seasons ago when they was basically saying they felt like when it was, because that's why you got the surgery.
In Nicki?
Nah, when they said she went and got that surgery because Eddie was following a lot of booty models and she wanted to be like them.
Yes.
I forgot all about that, y'all. Because I seen people saying Giselle she ain't been wrong. She ain't been wrong.
So can I tap?
She went wrong about some things.
This is because people were already saying they feel like Eddie probably gonna take the fall for all of this. I mean, it kind of looked like he was the one in communication with the insurance company. He the one that sent the email. Like, ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. Like, I'm the one selling the records. Like, I'm really is for to make you go down for that. But this is what I thought was interesting. So after listening to y'all. So Wendy put this post up where she says, and through it all, God remains faithful. Thank you for the outpouring love, support, prayers, all of that, right? Forever grateful. Well, Eddie got his family up there. So when I hear separation, I'm like, are you pleading for your life and your family now? Because Wendy didn't put y'all up there. Wendy just put her up there. So now I'm looking at this differently. He says, trust in the Lord with all your heart. So he put up Proverbs 3:5-6.
Can you go back to the picture of Wendy? I want to see if she wearing her ring.
Sure thing. And I look for that same thing, and it looks like she was wearing it.
Okay, she was.
Listen, I don't know what to think. I don't know what's going on. But can I tell y'all, I'm just so fucking tired of people coming on reality shows and thinking they're going to get away with illegal shit. But then also, I'm tired of people coming on reality shows and having all of this shit going on in their personal lives and we don't know. So, like, you and this nigga may not even really be together, but we have no idea. And you're on a reality show.
And the thing is, they would be so much more successful if they came on the show and just laid all their shit out. If you laid it all out without lying, yeah.
I mean, it's going to be tough either way because this is just stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really looked dumb. You know?
Yeah.
I think she going to get off, though.
Hopefully.
I think Eddie will, too. I think it's going to be something minimal.
Yeah, especially if her signature wasn't really on anything, and maybe his signature was on everything. But I think the other issue is the falsifying of, or more so faking the burglary. Like, did that really happen? I don't know. I don't know who made the call. Maybe they could just get the person that made the call, but I could see that charge probably still sticking. But if that may be like a misdemeanor, then it could potentially be dropped as well. So yeah, we'll have to see, but this is just damn crazy, Wendy. Wendy said, I'm finna get the hell up out of this. They arrested me illegally. I ain't got shit to do with it. Y'all
Can you look at the comment? Sorry. Can you look at the comment from Just Jonda? She said, I'm a criminal lawyer for 25 plus years. Separating the cases is important and normal. Also, I have no doubt Eddie has an attorney. His attorney will either file his appearance November 7th or when he files something. So
yeah,
maybe
that makes sense. Yeah, because I think they got a court date coming up. I thought the court date was like on that might be the time, November 7th, because I know they got one in November. Okay. Okay, well, we'll see. Thanks for that, Just Jonda.
They said it's giving what Phaedra did to Apollo.
Not what Phaedra did to Apollo. Oh, that's what I was going to mention. This is an insurance fraud case, and I'm just wondering, has anybody beat these? And I'm also wondering, did the police department operate properly, right? Because they're saying that, oh, these are unlawful things, y'all got this and y'all weren't supposed to get this information. Were they? If they're acting on behalf of the insurance company, were they doing things within their right? I mean, maybe there were some type of loopholes that the attorney would want to use in an effort to try and get this dropped, but I guess we'll see. Because if they were to what I'm assuming, and maybe not, let me know, Just Jonda, if they are willing to drop these charges against Wendy, then that's going to be, in my opinion, not an attorney, right? I would think that that's going to be like a good, compelling story for his attorney to use. Like, y'all dropped it against her, so why would you not drop it against my client? And then they'll have to defend why they wouldn't drop it against him. They may drop some of the charges, but then not all the charges, right? So just let me know. Okay, Just Jonda says lying about the burglary is a misdemeanor, and the least of their problems is all the insurance fraud and conspiracy is attached to it. That is the problem. People go to jail for it all the time. Damn, girl, y'all might be stuck or not, depending on just how much involvement I guess Wendy had, huh? But let me know.
I hope they make it through. Shit, like I ain't gonna turn on Wendy. You know, I was supporting Karen, so I support Wendy and her family, and I hope they just don't try it again if they did.
1000%, I agree. Best of luck to them. Good luck, y'all. Hopefully y'all figure that out. I want to talk about now. I want to get into Gucci Man, and we'll probably have to look. Let me switch it up real quick, cause honey.
Yeah.
Which one am I on currently? Okay, great. So Gucci Man, he is, I guess he's working on a book or something like that. He's putting a book out. He's talking about his mental health amongst other things. And on this sit down with Breakfast Club, he talks about it, and his wife goes into detail as to how she supports him with it. So let's check it out.
For you, what was it like just trying to protect the business that you guys have built while
I have a
he's
system.
personally?
I take his apps off his phone. First thing I do, I delete Instagram. I delete everything. Even if I got to change his password, I'm changing it because I don't need the public to know he's having an episode. You realize you'd never know about any other episodes since September 13th because I control that. Because you're not going on Instagram, you're not going on Twitter, it's deleted. And I just control everything at home. And now before the episodes come, I catch it. So that's why he hasn't had another one. And how you catch that is he doesn't speak to you. He wants to be left alone. He don't eat. He does not sleep. Text messages, there's a period after each word. And I'm like, you're going through an episode. You're sick. No, I'm not. Ain't nothing wrong with me. Why do you think that? You're not speaking to me. Well, there's nothing to talk about. I said, well, that's not how you speak to your wife. And I'm like, you're sick. And we snap out of it right then.
Wow. We heard Kim this week say how Kanye just used to give away their cards and stuff when he would go through episodes. And in the book, you talk about
I did that.
You just used to be giving away stuff.
I gave away jewelry.
Money.
And jewelry cost so much.
Money.
You know how much it costs for jewelry? Like,
Yeah.
I would give my friends jewelry, and like they know I went well, they'll take it.
Damn. They take
That's why,
advantage of you.
I felt like, damn, they know something's going on with me, but they'll take it. So it's like, when I got out of jail, like I cut off all my friends, my old friends. I'm like, damn, they were taking advantage.
I wonder what the psychology is behind that. Like, why when you go into an episode, you
give away money, and I don't know.
You don't care about nothing.
Because the money it's not, you kind of like in a warped world. It's almost like it's a psychosis. You know what I'm saying? It's not, you dealing with stuff like you hearing voices.
Yeah, they have voices.
And you hearing voices too, like it's telling you to, you might think that Charlamagne I might think that you trying to fight me. You ain't even did nothing. We be like, bro, I ain't did nothing to you. What's wrong? Like, I'll be like trying to fight you, Charlamagne. Like, you did this. You know what you did? You stole something from me. And you be like, bro, I ain't stole nothing from you. But in my mind, I'm like, it's the truth. So that's what I used to deal with.
How did therapy and the self-work change your relationship with anger? And like, do you still wrestle with that same inner voice that you talk about throughout the book?
I don't. I don't. It's like I seen a therapist. I gotta start taking medicine that prescribed for me, what she thought, and it worked. And I haven't had any other problems.
I always wondered when people have episodes, what sparks it, right? Do you know what sparked the episodes?
I think drug use, stress, not sleeping combined. It wasn't just like, okay, I drank the lean. It was also I'm drinking lean, and I had like 5 or 6 charges, open cases. So I was so stressed out. So, I'm going to the studio and work. I got all these artists. I'm steady working hard. You know what I'm saying? So from the outside looking in, you'll think that I'm not fazed about it. But it's almost like I pushed the cases out my mind. You see what I'm saying? But it's still a stress. But I'm just not dealing with them, not talking about it. I'm just like acting like it's never gonna happen. Like court not gonna never happen. But that's a big stress. And I'm steady drinking lean, smoking weed, taking pills to kind of numb that. And then one day, just like the straw that break the camel back. Boom, now my mind can't take it. When I had the episode in 2019, 2020, it was COVID. That really just messed me up. And then another thing what triggered the episode was I got my teeth done and they put me under anesthesia and the drugs messed me up. When I came from under anesthesia, I was having an episode, flipping out. And I'm like, damn, I ain't even doing, I can understand that. You know what I'm saying? So even if I go, it's like, damn, I never thought that would be a trigger, but that was a trigger. So it could be a multitude of things.
That's interesting. I didn't know that. I didn't really know how all of that is triggered, how it works, or anything like that. I think the one thing that did stick out from this was her telling this man that he was sick. I guess like when he's having an episode, she's like, okay, you're sick. And I'm like, ooh, I was like, I want to know what is his response when you tell him that he's sick, when he know he's sick. It's like a person that you feel is quote unquote crazy. They don't want to hear you say, man, you crazy. I ain't crazy, So I'm wondering, how does he, respond to that?
Well, she said that he snaps out of it.
Just snaps out of it.
Which I felt like it was a crazy thing to fucking say.
Y'all know what I did. I immediately, that's the part. I immediately went to ChatGPT. I said, because I said, I'm curious after watching the Gucci Mane interview, is it possible to stop the schizophrenic episode? She said, that's a really thoughtful question, and it's one that psychiatrists and families often ask. And it says that once an episode begins, it usually can't be stopped immediately by willpower alone. But there are ways to always shorten or calm it down. So early intervention, like taking his medicine and stuff like that. So I don't know what she also said in the interview, that he does take his medication. So I maybe it was a poor choice of words when she said snaps out of it. My bigger question, I'm wondering how y'all feel about it, is what do y'all think about her basically being his caretaker, full on, you know?
I think she needs to hire some damn body, to be honest. I think that it's giving you doing more of it on your own than you're actually supposed to be. You got all of that fucking money, and instead of hiring a team of people to help you, it sounds like she's doing it all on her own. And it sounds like she fucking tired, regardless to what she's saying. Like, as she's talking about it, she looks like this is all I have to do to keep everything together, but I keep it together. And it's like, girl, that's exhausting. I don't know how long you gonna, you think you're gonna be able to keep that up, because that's like a lifelong thing to have to deal with if you're the only person that can handle him. Like she said in that Carlos interview, y'all remember when she was saying how he needs me, and I'm like, oh, so that's why you say he needs you, because he probably doesn't trust anybody else, because he's in that state. He knows that you're the only person he could really trust. So that's why he needs you. And I just kind of feel like there's a part of me that feel like there's something fucked up about that. But then also I'm like, Gucci Mane was never that great of a person. So if you're now being handled by a woman that decided she wanted to be in a marriage with you, I don't feel no type of ways about it.
1,000, because that's literally, I was like, I'm sitting over here waiting so I could say I feel no ways. Like, I feel no ways. Whatever she wants to do, let her do it, because she really do. It seems, I do agree with, she probably is tired, but she, at the same time, she seems like she enjoys it. Like their dynamic also gives mother and son a little bit, and
She
I
said that.
think that's how she finds validation in that relationship, knowing that I am the go-to person for you. And as much as he doesn't trust people, she don't either. So then it also makes one question, like, well, what y'all got going on behind them doors? Like, it ain't none of my business, but you won't even let people come in there and clean for you. Like, the most women will get with people to enjoy those luxuries, and she won't even.
No, she does everything herself. And another thing, they got 2 small kids. If I'm correct, like
she got more than that. She has grown kids.
But she don't take care of those kids no more. It's his 2 kids that she had with him that's in the house.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking to myself, I watched another interview where Gucci said he'll be going through an episode and he might say some shit like, I'll put your baby in a microwave, and he'll mean it.
Well, he said, they also said in the interview that he hasn't had an episode since the kids were born, is what they said in the interview.
I don't believe that. Didn't they say he had an episode on September? He hasn't had an episode since September something.
I don't know if that was this year. Was that? And that's what I was wondering. When
that
she
wasn't
said
this year.
13.
I
Okay.
didn't think it was this year.
They're referencing
that old, right?
They're referencing that viral moment when Gucci hopped on Twitter and started talking about Nicki Minaj and Rick Ross and all them. That was September 13th.
And I think we thought that was hacked at first.
Yeah, everybody thought it, and that's before he went away and came back, and everybody thought that he was a clone. But one of the things I wanted to say is she also mentioned in this interview that she reached out to Kim Kardashian when Kanye was having his mom. Well, she said not directly. She reached out to people who knew Kim because she wanted to help Kim help him. And I think what Bondy said was perfect. She taking on too much herself. But I also think that that's a very toxic thing, because she seems to take so much pride in being his caretaker that if he actually was mentally healthy and didn't need her, she would feel unneeded. So I think she prefers to have him in this state and prefers to have him believe that he can never have anybody else around that he could trust. So it's something that's like, even though he is mentally ill, it's something about this situation on all fronts that's giving toxic. And I'm going to stand on that even more. Because in the interview, she said that he was having episodes when she met him. And she said, someone needs to help this man. Ladies, no, what? It wasn't like the man, went through a mental decline when they were married and you was like in sickness and health. You saw this man not getting the help he needed and said, I have to be the one to take this on and I have to take care of him because of what? It just feels like some type of selfish, rewarding. It's odd to me.
I think it's a form of narcissism because you do everything for a person so that they'll be so appreciative of you, but really it's so that you can control them. Because if you're doing everything, you're controlling everything. Child, I had to realize that in therapy. Like, wanting to be perfect all the time or wanting to take care of everything for everybody all the time is also an extension of wanting to control how they respond to you, how they react to you. You know what I mean? Because it's like, if I do all of this for them, then they'll be how I want them to be. When at the end of the day, you really shouldn't have to do all of that for a person to treat you well. So yeah, I think in this situation, I think something's wrong with her. Let's just start there. Because you can see it on her face. I don't know what she's doing, but something's not right. And I just kind of feel like, even though it seems like she wants to do it, there is like a dark energy about both of them. Like both of them. So I don't, I don't know the people, but that's his wife. And if she chooses to take care of him and do all of that, then that's her business. Be in the house with a crazy person. At least he ain't out here in the world with us. I mean,
I'm gonna play this real.
He's still out of definitely trigger episodes for me. 100%. I had an episode and my wife was like, after the episode, she was like, I wish I would have taped you so I can show you how you was acting. It's so bad, Black. It's so embarrassing. It's like, that's why I can see other artists when they going through something, know they smiling. Because when I'm walking, like, I say the most cruel stuff. Like, I might talk about your kids. Like, I say stuff that when it's over with, I'm so embarrassed that I said that. It ain't a good thing. You feel me?
Yeah.
I might say, I put your baby in the microwave.
But in that moment,
I meant it.
Yeah.
It's scary.
Yeah.
And then you be like, damn, I can't believe I said that out my mouth. You can't even believe you said that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
when you snap out of your episodes or whatever and you see it and you go to feeling, that's a whole nother
thing. That's a whole nother trauma.
So that's fucking with you too, all at the same time what you done did.
Because it's embarrassing.
That makes me think of a particular somebody who also went on to attach themselves to this particular situation. So I thought, Nicki Minaj. So Nicki hops on, gives this post saying Gucci wife has been trying to beat me for years, been dying for the spotlight for years. She's there to keep Gucci sedated. Gucci hates Deb Adney. They don't want Deb around me. She's around me now. Charlemagne the fraud using iHeartRadio for these disgusting employees against innocent families. He was around Wendy before her life went to hell. The buck stops here, baby. She says, y'all really don't understand who I really am. Let's play. Y'all wanted attention. Let's do it. Where's the evidence of my home being swatted with a toddler inside 4 times? So this is what Nicki had to say about Keisha wanting to be her for some reason, been wanting the spotlight for years.
I would like all of them to acknowledge him, even if they win an award, acknowledge him, because
just gonna name them really quick. will.i.am,
Nicki
Fergie,
goes on to name Gucci. Keisha comes back playing one of Cardi B songs that she did with Young Thug. And yeah, this was her response basically to Nicki Minaj. This is a crazy story. And now the story growing legs to where they feel like Gucci Mane is talking about his schizophrenia situation to, I don't know, get at Nicki or something like that. Girl, I'm so confused. Any thoughts on this dealing with Miss Nicki? So as he was talking about the stuff about the kid stuff, how I put your baby in the microwave.
Yeah,
people have been alleging that that's what's going on with Nicki. Cardi B came out and said it is growing legs and stuff. And when he said that, that's what I'm thinking about when she made post about Cardi's daughter's gums and then came back and tried to apologize.
Oh yeah. I want to say something. I saw something in the comments. I don't know when I said crazy person. But I see a lot of y'all are offended by me saying it. As it pertains to Gucci Mane, I think without schizophrenia, Gucci Mane is a crazy person. I want to be clear about that. Like, he's somebody that is reckless. Like, street niggas are normally like crazy. Yes, they do have mental illnesses that go unchecked. His is being checked. But when I'm relating to him as being a crazy person, I'm literally thinking about how men act when they are fucked up to women in relationships, and how, gangster niggas can be in the streets. And so I don't know why, that's so bad to say, but I do feel like y'all just want to have a problem, because I feel like if you've watched me before, I do have a sense of, like, reverence. And I'm not just calling people crazy to be dismissive of what their mental issues may be. So, suck a dick. But yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Nicki Minaj, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I definitely feel like we didn't need Gucci Mane and Keisha Kior to impress upon us that somebody needs to check on her. And I'm not somebody that doesn't believe in conspiracy theory. So when Nicki is talking about certain things, like with Desiree, with Jay-Z, I don't trust none of them motherfuckers. So I don't put it past them to be doing some of the things that she accuses them of doing. But it's the way she communicates it that makes it feel manic, that makes it feel like, some type of episode, and her not really being in her right mind. That's what it comes off as to me, by the way I'm seeing it. And even the way she related to this, I don't like the fact that I feel like there are people online that are like validating what she's doing, which makes me feel like y'all really don't give a fuck about that lady if y'all are not also paying attention to how she's coming off as if she is not well.
Yeah, I was about to say, when I read that tweet, it sounded like Nicki herself was having an episode to me. The part that really got me was when she said Charlamagne has been ruining innocent families or something. Wendy, something had her family. The buck stops here. Charlamagne ain't got to do nothing to bring any negativity to your family. Nicki, you did that when you decided to get with that man. like that is a wild statement to say the buck stops here in regards to Charlamagne. Everything else, I don't know what she's talking about. Maybe I'm out of the loop, or this just sounds chaotic, because what is she talking about? Her home was being swatted with a toddler inside. Do y'all know what that's about?
Her house was swatted. I think it was last year. Somebody called. I don't know. I think her house could have been swatted more than one time, where I think they called the police out and stuff.
She said 4 times. They got to do with Gucci Mane?
Oh, 4 times? Huh?
That has to do with Gucci Mane?
No.
But you know how she likes to draw these parallels that don't make no fucking sense. That's why
I'm like, what is this? I'm so confused.
Yeah, it made me think that, was it something to do with Rock Nation or something, or was it like a crazed fan? I'm not sure.
Rock Nation
Who
is trying to what that girl say? I forget every time.
I don't know, but To Freedom always plays in my mind. To Freedom! Like it always plays in my mind. That lady is out of it. But let me say this about the Breakfast Club. The Breakfast Club is like, I ain't gonna lie, I don't fuck with them people. But at the same time, like, to create this conspiracy theory in order to prove what? Like, who fucking care? Like, let's be very fucking real. I know y'all are like barbs and y'all care and shit, but don't nobody fucking care like that. We barely making it out here. Niggas ain't got no food. You know what I'm saying? Like, the government not paying nobody right now. Y'all think we give a fuck about, oh my God, everybody's after Nicki. If oh my God, online, they're going after her. Like, girl, you're still rich. What do you want from us?
Is she?
Well, I mean, you still got your house. That man ain't got your house taken away yet.
I thought I saw some.
Well, I had to figure out what it was she said.
Like, I'm tired of this shit. Go to the lawyers. Do what you got to do. Bitch, come out with a book thoroughly explaining everything and put people on blast, and we'll be like, ooh, and y'all fucked over.
Yeah.
But tweeting
right.
Day and trying to connect shit that ain't got nothing to do with, like, no, we're not. It's not going to happen that way. Susan, it's not going to happen that way.
Yeah, I'm confused. It's making her
I'm tired.
Not the good.
Tired.
At all. At all. Anything else on Miss Onika? Good.
Prayers.
Prayer. Next up, Kevin Gates and Dreka.
Oh.
So y'all know she filed for that divorce from him. Miss Ma'am was waiting till the right time to file this divorce. I think they probably hit the 10-year mark because now she's asking
money
for about $70,000 a month. They're saying that Dreka says Kevin stopped paying property taxes and stop providing private school tuition in late 2021, but allegedly flaunted his wealth by buying 18 luxury cars and a $4.7 million Calabasas estates. She also says their Mississippi farm is now in foreclosure after the IRS issued a $7 million tax levy. And Dreka is asking the court for $27,193 a month in child support, $46,274 in a month in spousal support, and to be named the children's primary physical custodian, claiming the kids have been with her 95% of the time since 2023.
We can believe it.
Y'all listen to Kevin Gates like that?
Absolutely not.
I don't.
Like these numbers have me shook.
He got a fan base though.
And they have a lot of businesses. Like she has a lot of companies that I believe are joint, which is why I feel like she's probably asking for so much money because they have a lot of, like, I believe, successful businesses that they both got together.
Good for them. Hope she get it.
I hope so too, because that nigga been just out here embarrassing the shit out of her. And to be honest, I think he's been doing it to get a reaction out of her. And I think she was just like waiting her time, biding her time and waiting until the right moment and, going for the jugular. He gonna be somewhere sliding down a wall, threatening to unalive himself, I'm sure.
Yeah, I remember he had did a song trying to air her out, trying to say that I guess she cheated with her trainer or something, and everybody started looking, trying to see who the trainer was or
the
whatnot.
lady.
And she had to tell us that she's strictly dickly and she don't swing that way. And I'm like, all right, bro.
It definitely didn't seem like it. She was her and that trainer. Nah, it was giving way more than that.
She has a vibe. The girls do like Dreka because the girls like a fresh face, like no makeup. It's giving like pretty girl but natural aesthetic. The girls love.
Yeah, Dreka is beautiful. She almost. I don't know how to explain.
Nigga
You
said
said
hotel po ass. Not a hotel po. They be giving that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dreka.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I think he messed up. I think he messed up on this one. Because Dreka to me just used to mind her business. She ain't getting the mess of it all. She just used to be chilling. She over here doing her thing, doing her business. She supported you from the very beginning through everything. I pay her for her pain, pay her for her time, and you can say the bullshit because everything is mine. Get that lady her 70 racks a month, please.
You're going about your way, sir.
Period.
I'm glad that this has happened, to be honest, because I've been looking at her for a minute like, bitch, what you gonna do? Because he out here like, bitch, what you gonna do? And also I feel like Kevin is like a demon. Kevin is like an energy vampire, dick demon type nigga. Like that's the type of nigga that you can't even really be in the same room with, because if they decide they want energy vampire you, it's like, oh my God, please stop talking to me, Kevin, please. And nigga sitting up there staring at you and all of that, squinting and all of that. Like, get away from me. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the vibes
Brittany Renner wish she was the official wife. So okay.
I'm still not over him. Yeah, you gotta be punching pussy. Like, wait a minute. Like, hold up. I don't like him. No, he is very scary. He is very scary.
All right, y'all. Make sure y'all like up the video before we get into some TV talk. We're gonna get into these super chats real quick, and then we're gonna move into that. But y'all gonna like up the video if you have yet to do so. Kimmy Kim, thank you for the super chat. Phaedra lost to Bob. I'll represent myself in court. Okay, I wouldn't hire her. Listen, losing to Bob was crazy. Never thought.
The way he ran out, the way Bob ran out at the
Did he lick his tongue out? and then ran. I was like, oh my God.
And it was a goofy ass run. It was like, I can't believe you running like that. You used to play a sport. Like, why you
Baby, Sheree was so shook. Like, what the hell?
Did she ever make it to the courthouse with Todd over Donkey Booty? You remember the video?
Was that Kenya?
I thought that was Kenya.
Oh, it was Kenya.
I don't think they went to court about it. But
Okay,
she did write Todd a check for something else. I don't know. Maybe that was Donkey Booty because she did do a workout with Todd's production company. Didn't
That's
pay.
what I thought.
So maybe that's what it was. I think she wrote him a check for like 10 racks or something. T Goody, thanks for the super chat. She's trying to weasel her way out of these charges when I feel they are both culpable. You could be right.
Didn't he contact some companies and she contacted another company?
That's what I don't know.
That's what I thought. I thought that's what I read was that she had contacted some people on her own, and a lot of the stuff, I don't know whether it was from him or her, but it was the fact that they had returned it to the stores. I was just like, how y'all thought?
Yeah, that's insane. That's insane.
Like, how y'all thought y'all weren't gonna get caught? You returned it.
And I'm trying to figure out how did they get the information about them returning something back in like 2013 or however far back it went. I'm like, how did y'all get that?
Listen, that's why you can't play like that. Like them insurance companies is scams from the jump. So you know they trying to scam you, bitch. You can't scam me. I'm trying to scam you.
That's crazy.
Forensic financial person. It had to be.
Oh yeah, you're right. Had to be.
Scrub
Especially if the insurance company is digging, because that's a lot of money. Okay. Storm Disciple, thank you so much for the $99.99 super chat. Just sending love. I'm seated for a good show. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you. Christian McGee, running off on your kids in another country to be a free maid and PMH, a BC certified nurse, to a psychotic felon is wild. This is about Keisha and Gucci.
Yeah.
Thank you for the super chat, Christian. Damn. Brandon, thank you for the super chat. Showing love to Coco Left Eye, even though Bondy is the singer for real, and Brandy on the panel. LOL. Y'all know my love. Thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate it.
Excited. I hate this Gucci thing came up because they played some old clips and now I can't get so icy out of my head.
Oh, that used to hit back in the day.
I say that's still my shit. We be playing the fuck out that
That
song.
was him and Jeezy, right?
Yes, that's they that's they hit together. Okay.
For sure.
I think First Day Out. First Day by Gucci.
Oh, girl, I'm thinking First Day by the other guy.
You thinking T Grizzly. It's the one by Gucci.
Like, why is the song in? My chain hang down to my dick. I cannot. Niggas is ignorant.
Thank you for the super chat, Brittany. He still owe Angela Yee an apology, in my opinion.
I don't think so.
What he did? What happened with that?
I remember he acted like she wanted to fuck him.
Yes, and I believe him. I'm sorry.
I believe him too. I
believe him.
Why? Because she had plies?
No, it was something.
Gucci Man was on the Breakfast Club, and I think he had been around her like in like the days prior to being on the show, and he basically put her on blast and said she was trying to come to his hotel room, and she was like, "No, I wasn't." He was like, "Oh, you wasn't trying to come to my." So what's this? I think he had like proved it at some point, or he brought something up. He said something, but it made me believe that she was lying and that she actually was like flirting with him. Because she texted him after the show, like, "Hey, Gucci, what's going on?" Like that. And he felt like, bitch, she was trying to fuck me. And I'm like, see, that's why you hoes got to stop thinking that these psychopathic ass niggas is, you know, somebody you should be in a relationship with. But, girl, yeah. That clip somewhere, that shit was that was the beginning of the end for Angela Yee on the Breakfast Club.
But it was a clip. She did something in the clip to me that seemed like it was a little bit flirtatious, and that's what prompted him to say something.
Yeah, she
like
had been flirting with him. Yes.
What? I don't remember.
Look for it on TikTok.
Yeah. Look. Let me see. I gotta find it. She did something. I remember, like, ooh, why she said something that was almost like an innuendo or something, and he. Shit, I gotta find it.
That's crazy. Why everybody be going up to the or was going up to the Breakfast Club trying Angela? Like that time Kate Michelle as a woman.
No, because she deserved it that time too. Why is you up here talking about my coochie like you not a woman? Because as a woman, she was right. I'm sorry. Ashley used to drive me to fucking insane. I used to be so aggravated with her. But honestly, she feel better than whatever's going on now. And I'm going to just leave it alone.
Yeah, I think it's good she got her own show. I think, yeah.
So
all her thought ass friends could have a podcast together. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, you seen something?
Yeah, 2 clips. I can't remember which one it was. I think it was the first. I think it might have been the first clip I sent you.
Okay. Cause I'm like, what? All right, let's check this one out. Let's see if TikTok working for me.
Oh yeah.
It's not.
Oh my God.
It's not working.
Well, can we pull it up and we could share it with you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
One thing StreamYard got right.
Yeah. Shout out to that feature.
Who pulling it up, Bondy?
I'm trying. Shit.
Okay, I can pull it up too.
Cause I'm like, it's
Let's see.
now, but it's on the app or something.
Because I'm trying right now and it's saying blank. TikTok don't play like this.
Oh shoot! Surprisingly, it's working for me.
Okay, no, it's taking a minute.
Would
but
you-
it's coming up. That's interesting.
Would you believe that the way my internet was working?
That's weird.
Okay, do you need me to share it?
Yeah.
All right. They're gonna let me. I'm smiling. I'm excited. Messy as fuck. Because I can't remember what happened, but I just know something did. So I'm like, okay.
I remember how I felt. If I don't remember the details, I remember how I felt.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm smiling so hard. Okay, can y'all see it?
Nah, can you see it? I'm over here trying to add it to the stage and it won't let me add it.
Girl, this is just they're not letting us, they're not trying to. Okay, my shit's starting now. It's just taking a minute.
Yeah, it won't let me do it.
That's crazy. Yeah, I can see it says
And I
on
seen
there.
it here. And then I clicked on it, but it won't let me click.
It's that bullshit, bro.
Oh, my bad. Nuh-uh. I'm messing up. My bad. I had to remove the old one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you can see it now.
Yeah.
Interview gone wrong.
Is that a
Angela
deal?
flirting with
somebody
Gucci
like you
Mane.
keep out of jail. Yeah.
We'll probably end
Oh,
up
you see
fighting.
Let me see your hands. You got a ring? No ring on there.
Yeah, you got rings on your hands though.
I got one ring, right?
Yeah, that's a pinky ring though.
Pinky. Pinky ring on the stand.
But I heard you had a girlfriend.
Oh.
But what about Keisha Dior? Y'all was all booed up and everything, and everybody said that was your
Booed up.
girlfriend. She was in your video.
Yeah,
Y'all
she
was
in my
hanging
video.
out.
Rosa Cobbs was in my video. So there's a lot of bad women in my video. But
Who you be? How do you pick who you gonna holler at?
who I'm holler at?
Yeah, how do you pick?
I don't really pick about who I talk to.
Do you like women that come up to you and are aggressive?
Oh no, I do. I do like that. But for me to talk to them, I just gotta feel you.
Okay, I think I've been to. Actually, I've never been to a strip club in New York ever.
Well, you ain't never been if you ain't been with me anyway.
Cause first of all, you.
Maybe I was tripping.
No, that's
okay,
not,
hold on.
That's not the one.
Wait, here go. I got another. Okay, it's not the one. It's another one. I'm gonna share.
Okay. It's another one because I know what you're talking
It
about.
must be the second one I sent
still
y'all.
feel like she low key, like there is a level of flirtation that she does as an interviewer. Period.
We get past
They
that
was
part.
scared.
That was I don't believe what she's saying. She front.
What? I
You
wasn't
was
scared.
terrified.
No, I wasn't.
No, you was.
Go back and look at that.
That's what Gucci said. Did he say that
during the interview?
Y'all was terrified?
What would I be scared? What you gonna do to me?
It's not what I was gonna do. It's not
we've
what I
seen
would do to
videos.
you. It's what I was gonna say to you.
Oh.
No.
You know, because we had already had a history.
Hey, you smash Angela Yee-Go?
Okay,
Of course not.
Wait, so of course not.
I'm saying, come on,
She
guys.
didn't try it.
Okay.
Yeah,
She was on my dick back
That is a lie.
I'm not lying.
No, we was cool. I was not on your dick. Stop
You
it.
used to be texting me what hotel you was in.
That is a lie. That, never. You must got me confused with somebody else.
remember when we did that interview a long time ago with Melissa Ford and all that? Nigga was calling me.
Gucci got a good
That
memory.
you definitely no.
Service shit.
That definitely was not me.
I don't know who it was.
I put my life on that. It must have been somebody else in there. I would swear on my life, on my unborn child. I have never hit Gucci asking him about her child.
I don't know. What you believe in, Charlamagne?
Nah, I wouldn't do that.
I ain't never known Gucci to be a liar.
Picture me hitting somebody saying, "What hotel are you in?"
Hey, man.
Man,
Damn.
listen, can't nobody take from me. Ain't nobody never took nothing from me.
I just took something. You didn't even feel it.
You can take it. Can you take it?
Oh my God. I'm sure. You know what they say about little girls, especially Asian ones.
Fat puss.
Is that what they say?
Know what they say?
I was gonna say deep.
Flirting. That's not
Okay, here we go.
It wasn't flirting. You right.
I was about to say, damn, was I that wrong?
Oh, I mean, I will say, not even on the first one, I think you were wrong, because I feel like the question she was asking was really not so much as a like, let the fans want to know. It was more so like, I want to know.
She said Keisha Dior. She ain't say Keisha Dior. When she said that
Keisha
girl
Taylor.
said Keisha Dior, I think she purposefully said her name wrong. Like, oh, I saw you was around them. What you was doing around them? And then he tried to make it seem like, nah, she ain't nobody special. A lot of people was at my video. She was like, oh, okay. Man, please. Y'all don't know how to flirt.
Yeah, they both. The people are saying they both were flirty. Yeah, they was both flirty. But when she said, I'm just saying she was with it. I just took something from it. You didn't even feel it. You know what they say about the Asian girls. Girl, you very much giving. I'm trying to show you what they say. You trying to fuck. So when he said what he said, he wasn't too far off.
Oh, so she used to go by Keisha Dior? I don't remember that. But okay. Either way, I feel like as somebody that interviews people, you were flirting. Like you have to have a hard line with niggas like that, because if you give them an inch, they gonna take a mile. So to me, she knew what the fuck she was doing, because if you didn't want that energy, you wouldn't have let it get like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, because you have to be very careful, because, you know, niggas will try to fuck you. And if you don't want to fuck them, you don't want to give them any inkling that you might be triable. You know what I'm saying? In a setting like that. Because that's how you end up being like called a hoe at your job. That's all.
Right. Deep. You think I'm telling somebody I got a deep girl? I ain't.
And look, there's somebody that said she do it all the time. And I said that shit. And all because I feel like I've seen her do it other times. Also, I think lip service and that whole little crew is given, you know, behind the scenes, we suck dick for fun.
Ooh.
I'm sorry. Like everybody got their hobbies.
What did y'all thanks Asada for the super chat? Did y'all see Soulja Boy go off on Brandy? I'm sorry, on Candy?
Yes, I did. He said,
was he on?
Pull up, bitch. He called her a bitch real hard. Yeah.
No, he didn't.
He did.
Why?
Because she interviewed somebody that said Soulja Boy spit in his food. He said he was starving. He was like, they was playing this real like sad music in the background. He was like, I was starving. I was going through a hard time. I hadn't eaten in 3 days. And Soulja Boy called me and was like, come over, man. So I go up there. He orders all of this food, like all of this amazing food. And I was like, hey man, can I get some of the chicken tenders? Can I get some of that? And he was like, yeah. And then he picked the food up and spat in it. And that's the story he told about Soulja Boy. So Soulja Boy got online and started screaming into his cell phone, talking about fuck Candy, fuck that nigga. He gonna pull up. I feel like he did the shit. If you play his response to him screaming, it don't even sound like he's saying he really didn't do it. He just started calling him white. You white motherfucker. It's just like crazy. Listen, Candy said you can absolutely pull up and come around here and interview. Come around here and interview. And I love that she did that, because if I know Candy like I know Candy, there's some people on the premises, and everybody knows Soulja Boy be doing all of that screaming and hollering. But Jessica Dime punked you, my nigga. When Jessica Dime say, what you gonna do? Hold on, don't talk to my nigga like that, because I beat your motherfucking ass. Just like she's gonna
He ain't gonna do nothing. Yeah, he not gonna. He gonna be trying to. When he see Candy, it's not gonna be all.
I ain't really mean all of that. I was just real hype when I had saw what you had. The same way I said, and I, that type of shit.
Yeah. Thanks, Brandon, for the super chat. The last time I called y'all the super group, Bondy thought it was shade, and I wanted to clear that.
Yeah, because I don't trust nobody. Okay, I have trust issues, and I don't trust nobody, and I don't know whether y'all shading us or not. Okay, sarcasm don't be reading through in these comments sometimes. Jokes, I don't know.
Very true. Thank you so much, Brandon, for the super chat. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and switch gears. I want to get into Bell Collective real quick. So Latrice decides that she's going to have an event at her house. And this event that she has at her crib, they playing some type of game where they asking these questions. And one of the questions was about whether anybody in the room was attracted to another person in the room, somebody else's spouse in the room. Say what?
I said at a couple's party.
Right. It was just so weird. So weird. And so that's when Mandy, which is Latrice's friend, said Glenn was lying. And then I think Marie asked him if he was attracted to her. He said, no, I'm attracted to my wife or whatever. And she said, nah, you lying. They go outside.
Marie.
Yeah.
Marie asked Glenn if Glenn was attracted to Marie.
No, I'm sorry.
Or to Mandy.
Mandy. Yeah, to Mandy.
Oh, girl,
And
I was about to
then
say.
he said no. And so she said he was BSing. Her and Letitia go outside to have a conversation. But while they talking, the girl that Mandy was with was calling out Glenn and saying like, nah, I seen the DMs. And Glenn gonna stand up. And that's what was killing me. What you standing up for? Thompson? Do you know who I am? Yeah, I know who you are. Like, what the hell does me knowing who the fuck you is supposed to mean? Yeah, I know you that nigga that was in her DMs. How about that? Like, I'm so confused.
It was an opportunity to punk the lesbian. That's what that was. Just because you can, you know how niggas are. Just because you can punk because you think you can punk somebody because they're a woman. Y'all already be feeling intimidated by mass presenting women or gay women. Y'all be feeling away, obviously they're his biggest competition. Okay, because apparently the lesbians love them a nigga with a boosie fade, or a light-skinned girl with locks. Either one will work.
It was given he did it. He's attracted to that girl. That he completely evaded the question. It was more so like, who are you to expose me? Like I hurt you, like you above it, and not even really feeling bad for the wrongdoing or being exposed. More so like, who are you to expose me?
Right. Yeah. Do y'all think Latrice was wrong? You think she should have gave Letitia a heads up?
No.
No.
No, y'all didn't think so?
No, Letitia don't give a fuck about nobody. She be dragging every season. She dragging somebody relationship so that she can be a producer on
it.
So
fast. Definitely. So I just was like, y'all didn't have to ask that Miss question. Because if the roles were reversed, she wouldn't like it. But I had to recall the time that Tisha pulled Greedy to the side to talk about her friend. Then next thing you know, they invited the friend to some event to where Tambra walked out.
And let's not forget what they did to Tambra.
I was about to say that. They went and found a dude she used to date and from a long time ago. That was weird.
Relationship.
But
yeah.
Letitia thinks she above the law. Like you was on this episode trying to produce Selena and her husband through some shit, only to be dealing with your husband doing something at the end of the episode.
And then gonna put this post up like everybody did her so wrong, and she didn't like how everything happened, and she felt betrayed, and you can't trust nobody. But I felt like the more I read the message, seemed like she was taking a shot at her cast members. When I'm like, the call is coming from inside. That is the problem. The problem is in the house with you. Okay.
I hope you guys were entertained by last night's episode.
But can I also, when I think about it, Latrice knew what she was doing. She didn't give a damn. Because BITCH, don't act like you wasn't just trying to fight me, ho. Not too long ago. You thought I forgot about that? I ain't forget about that, bitch. I don't give a damn.
You know why this is also funnier to me? Because they came on, was it last season or the season before? Letitia was trying to produce like some issues in her marriage that wasn't the real issue. She said he was like emotionally cheating, or she didn't like get down to what he was really doing. But it was the same issue. When she first came on the show, she said that he didn't cheat on her, but he was DMing other girls while he was on the shit.
Yes.
So it felt like she was trying to dress up some drama to come to us with the bullshit, but this seemed like some drama that's actually real. It's like that's what you get for producing. Because now you ain't got no control and you at the center of it.
Yeah. Crazy. I feel like that was really the big thing that happened this episode. I mean, aside from, Selena doing that for her son, but was there anything else that y'all had for Bell Collective?
Selena need to wrap that marriage up. Like, cut it out. Like, you don't need to marry him. Like, stop it. Like, for what? He don't know how to talk. What you gonna marry a nigga that don't know how to talk for? Like that just sound like marrying somebody so you can divorce them a little bit later. That's what that sound like to me. That's stupid. Is that it? I don't like Amanda. Because to me, it seemed like you really did pretend to be Letitia's friend, or at least cool with her. Because when she turned around to you and said, "You and I are cool, so what is going on?" And she was like, "We are." And then when you took her outside, and then you was like, "I don't like how you did Latrice." So, bitch, you using your coochie like a dish rag. Like, whenever women want to use their pussy for vengeance, I'm like, so you want to use your coochie like a dish rag? That's what you want to do,
right?
Like, that's weird. That's some weird shit to like, oh, I'm gonna fuck your nigga because you hurt my friend feelings. What? Because that's
and
what.
then, and then she was also just not clear with her when it came down to her talking about when she did Latrice's hair. And she said, I just feel like Letitia, I could get with Marie, but Letitia, she like to do shit and hide her hands, and basically saying that she don't trust her.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was some fake shit for sure. But and then it's like, why would you call her man out and say that he lying? But then when it's time to talk, you want to get hesitant. Say it now.
Right.
Put it out there. So that's that when it comes to Bell Collective. Real quick, let's hop into is this it? Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
Ooh.
Because the girls are back. I think this was another good episode. Shout out to the ladies over there holding it down. So Angie and Mary, right? They kind of had a little issue last week because of the situation that Angie was having with Lisa, yelling at Lisa and everything. And Mary was trying to get Angie's attention, and Angie won't listen to her. So Mary was like, I'm done. Now Angie is calling Mary back over to the house, to talk to her and smooth things out. Mary says she pulls back from people because she's been betrayed before in the past, and it's not easy for her to just friend anybody, right? So if she befriends you, then she really cares about you, right? So we go from that to Mary telling Angie, you've changed a lot, and I don't like how you was talking about my farts. So now we're over here in Fartgate, right? Because Mary had all this gas that she was passing, and Angie kept mentioning the gas that she had. And she said, and you had the nerve to say when the dog was passing gas, you said that it was me passing gas. And I don't smell like that because I eat good, and you can't even smell my farts. So it's the audacity.
Oh my God.
For me. So that's what they got going on. I thought it was a bit funny, but they did smooth things over at the end of the day. I like the friendship with Mary and Angie.
Me too.
I really like it.
Nah,
They claim to be like sisters.
Yeah, that's what they said. Like, that's was basically what they described each other as, sisters. And I appreciated that because it felt like Mary was on the show by herself.
Yes.
And to find out that she really has formed a relationship with somebody and I do feel like Angie seems genuine. Like, every time they was even sitting up there talking, her whole body language, the way she is looking in the person's eyes when they talking, like, I see her being genuine in a moment. And in comparison to like that first season when we saw her, I didn't really like her. So I feel like she must have, and I think she said it at a reunion show that she looked back and she didn't like what she saw. And, she wanted to, make sure she was being more authentic to who she feels that she is. And I could see that in how she's handling this whole shit. Like that, when her and Lisa was going back and forth, she was standing there with her hands like this. Whatever, Lisa. Whatever you want to do, Lisa. I was just like, wait a minute. I
love Angie. Like, that's my girl. When Angie started pulling out them black cards, first of all, Angie said, bitch, let me help you count my money. I said, girl, I know this.
My black card. Here go my Amex card, bitch. Like, look,
I
Mary,
love
put this back in
Angie.
your purse. Put this back in your
Put your back. Okay. I loved it. Whoop. I got that. I loved how she standed on Lisa in that moment. Oh, I like me some Angie. I also like that Heather actually arrived in this episode, right? So y'all know Heather has been up in my personal, she's been in Lisa's R's all the way up in her intestines for a long time. I feel like at a minimum of 2 years, maybe 3. I feel like since Jen Shaw has left the show, she been over there with Lisa. So now they finally go out and they're at like a boutique or whatever, and she's letting her know we're gonna be going on this trip. You got Lisa over here taking shots at Angie, and Heather like, wait a minute, I can't have you over here taking digs at Angie and not think that I'm gonna call you out.
Right.
Like, you can't expect that. I said she very well can expect that because that's what you've been doing.
We do, right.
You've been letting it slide. So she just started calling her out, you know. I think Lisa called Angie a bitch. She said, at least Heather said, well, if she a bitch, you a bitch too. Okay. Well, she acts like this and I'm sick of her shit. Well, I'm sure Angie's sick of your shit too. You're a risky friend. Like, there's a reason that people don't try to show up for you the way that you want them to, because you've done some shit to everybody. I said, Heather, girl, I don't know how long it's taking you to get to this place, but I'm so glad. But really what it is, Heather is tired of Lisa treating her like she's less than.
Yeah.
Basically, Lisa do be acting like she up here and everybody else is just down there, and you supposed to be her good friend. But Heather was calling her to the carpet during that scene, and I loved every bit of it. Heather said, damn, y'all don't like me like that. I might well not even go on the trip.
Right.
Maybe you shouldn't. But I loved it.
I did too. And I want to say that it's something about the way Heather was holding Lisa's feet to the fire. It makes me feel like Lisa is like something that needs to be talked to with a psychiatrist, like a medication of some sort. Like the way she was acting, I could see the way she can't help it. Like she can't help it. She has to defend. She's not listening. She's never listening. She's always comparing. It's exhausting. And I feel like that's the reason why that man don't want to be with her no more. When he said, I can tell you, but you're not going to listen to me because you already made up what you think in your mind. And that's exactly what she does.
When he said, I said the same. I said, oh my God, that is so on point. So
John, right? That's her husband name?
Yeah.
I need to catch up. Not want to be with her no more. I was wondering how long it was going to last of her taking the kids go get Taco Bell every day.
Good night. She said this time she was like, she go to her car. She be going to her car crying, calling her dad, crying. Because I guess she feel like she not understood.
She mad at him because he is okay with their son moving out. The son wants to get an apartment. And she like, well, I don't think he should be allowed to move out. And the husband was like, why not? Like, the boy is like in his 20s now. He has his own business. Why would he continue to stay in the house with you, Lisa? Like, you're fucking crazy. Yeah.
When I saw that scene, I really felt like it was tied to money in some fashion. When I saw her, them having that conversation, him wanting the son to leave, her not wanting to, I'm like, first of all, the boy been gone for a year. So it can't be that you nervous about that, him being out on his own or something. It has to be tied to money, because if he does not pull his weight in this economy with his business on his own, he's going to have to dip into your funds, right? And you barely got that, it appears. Let Bronwyn tell it from what she read, because you are attached to somebody else's AMX card. So I think, and you got these lawsuits. So I think the money may be tied up, and that's the reason why she kind of doesn't want that to happen. And the husband's like, he got to learn on his own. Like, let him go do it. Like, we'll figure it out. You know, her husband gives every bit of happy-go-lucky until he was getting ready to read her. It's okay. About her not listening, because she had went to go see Whitney had an event last week where she had a psychic. The psychic came, sat with Lisa and said, hey, y'all have some really strong communication issues in your marriage. She tells her husband about it, and he asked her how she felt about it. She said, I felt like they were telling the truth. And he was like, you know, I feel like the times that you could listen to me, you don't, because you've already made it up in your head that you're right. So that's part of the issue we have. And she said, well, we've been together for a long time. Nobody's perfect. And he said, no, he said nothing. She said, nothing's perfect. And then he was like, no, just you. Everything about you is perfect. It's just me.
Oh,
I said, he's not.
Yeah, he done.
He's done. Yeah. If he's saying shit like that, he's done.
Yeah. He's found a woman that's not as stressful, I'm sure.
Probably
you
younger.
know who else gives done, but not really? Bronwyn's husband.
Yeah. Yeah, he don't act like he like her.
At all. At all. I'm like,
But also, how much of it do y'all think is geared to him taking care of her parents?
Not a lot.
Ooh.
I would say maybe 10%. I feel like majority of it is her being on this show. Her being on this show exposes flaws within him, which therefore makes him heavily critiqued amongst his peers.
And he don't like that shit.
Yeah. That's what I think. But he's trying to show that he's supportive and he likes that and all of that. But
yeah, no, you could tell he's not happy with the situation. And then on top of that, there's a part of me that feels like he isn't nice to her, like regardless to her being on the show. And I think that when we see that situation with her mom, like how she feels about her mom, it gives the reason why you would be with a man like that is because you have a fucked up relationship with your parents. You know what I'm saying? Like if you had a somewhat abusive relationship with a parent, it's more likely that you're going to go get into a relationship with somebody that treats you bad as well.
And old as your parents too. That's interesting.
Exactly. And you know how they be wanting to like humble you all the time or even just make you feel bad so that they feel that it's a little bit more balanced. Because in his head, even if she is like annoying or whatever, she's still this young, beautiful woman. And he's still this old ass man. I think there's also a level of I have to treat you mean sometimes to make myself feel better about this dynamic. So, I think it's different variables as to why this would be going on, but it is absolutely giving this might not be the last marriage.
Do you think that Lisa leaked that information about Bronwyn, about the identity theft and the eviction and all of that?
I'm sure she did. Like, I'm sure she did. If she not gonna do nothing, she gonna do some detective work and then just bring it up somewhere.
For sure. I was thinking the same thing.
I mean, I heard this one time, but what about that? Like, girl, cut it out.
Because I was like, there's no way you're going to be able to dig into Lisa's court records, find out that she's on somebody else's card, learn more about her financial situation, and think she not finna go dig on you. I definitely believe that was Lisa 1000%.
But it seemed like they didn't even really dig on her. Wasn't that shit in their paper and shit?
Right. Like, it was in their news, but yep. And I think Bronwyn went as far as to go get into the court docs. I don't think the court docs was in the thing. I think that's what Bronwyn went and did.
Right,
so Lisa like, I'm on you.
Yeah. I think would Lisa be actually getting some investigators on people.
For sure.
Like pull out.
She do.
Yeah.
What you think about Brittany? Meeting up with her daughter finally.
Oh, girl, her daughter read her the fuck down. And I could feel her daughter's energy. And I love the fact that the daughter said to her, I know that you're sorry, but do you understand why you decided to choose a man over me? Because if you don't know why you did what you did and you do it again, I can't deal with that. That moment, I was just like, yeah, she not ready. Because she still was sitting up there trying to call that man back after she felt so hurt by him telling people that he was taking care of her when it ain't even like that.
Right. And that's the real reason she met with her daughter. Yes. Not we're taking a break. Him and I decided to take a break. I'm like, girl, be clear. Y'all took this break because that man pretty much called you a gold digger. And now you forced to have a conversation with your daughter. But this is what really got me. The daughter said, I came to you to have this similar conversation. And when I did that, Jared came. And when Jared came, you guys just started making out in front of me. Now, there were two things that went off for me. First of all, what grown-ass man that's not her daddy finna come and sit with you in front of your child and kiss on you? Now, when I hear making out, I hear more than kissing, like a pecking each other. I hear making out. So it was giving this weird vibe for me that I'm like, did you do that intentionally to try to see if her daughter would get turned on? Like, that's just some weird shit to me.
Sick shit.
That's just like really weird that you would come and kiss this woman down in front of her child, knowing her child ain't even fond of you like that. That's one. Two, when Brittany responded to her, she says, I don't even know, why that happened. I've always had an issue about being so man crazy. I said, bitch, you gonna say out your mouth that you don't know why that happened instead of saying, I am so sorry that you had to witness something like that was so disrespectful to you. And you just say, I don't know why that happened. I was like, yeah, I see why your kids don't be wanting to be around your ass, bitch. Brittany is a mess. Brittany is a damn mess, but that definitely stuck out to me. I had to highlight that. Like, girl, what you got going on, love?
When her daughter told the story, it hurt my feelings. I'm not even gonna lie. Like the way she had like the perfect mom at one point, and then when she was 12, she get remarried, and it's like that person is gone. Like that's heartbreaking.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like her mama was still. I feel like her mom still chose men over them. It just was different to them because she was with their dad. I think it may have looked a little different because she knows she gonna go home to him or whatever the case is. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like because even Brittany said that she's always been like that. I think she was raised like that too. So I'm like, it's always been there, but I understand that it switched, and this is a person that you are not connected with, but your mom is more so connected with, and she's just always with that person. Like, yeah, it sucks though, but I'm glad to see her child on the show though, because I was tired of seeing her and Jared for sure. You was gonna say something, Necey?
Somebody on TikTok had a video going viral last season. She said she watched the show and she was like, "Oh my gosh, I know this person," and she stopped on Brittany and she was like, "That was my stepmom." Brittany was her stepmom, and she posted pictures of Brittany when she was married to her dad, looked like a completely different person, and she said she didn't like her. I gotta try to find a TikTok. It's old, but yeah.
Like them for attention from the dad too, taking it from her daughters and taking it from his as well. Anything else on Salt Lake City? Now we're gonna get into listen. Real Housewives of Potomac was good. It was good. Make sure y'all liking up the video if you have yet to like it up. I do want us to get into this episode. So yeah, let's see. Kiana talks with Wendy at the top of the episode about some issues that they were having, and for me, I felt like Kiana had this toot about her that did not make sense. I'm still team Wendy on the situation. I feel like Kiana just has issues with trying to express how she really feels, because the things that she used against Wendy did not make sense. And yeah, I'm just with Wendy on that. I just couldn't get with her. One thing that she also said that I didn't like: "Are you going to Preakness?" "I'm going to Preakness. I've been, doing a lot for this event, and I see that you're doing an event. Like, we can either do this together or not." And I'm like, are y'all gonna resolve y'all issues first? How you just gonna ask her about her event? Like, y'all not gonna work it out and then go from there? And why you got an attitude? And Wendy ended up leaving the damn spot to sit down, laughing in her face and shooting a bird at her. And I just, Kiana, baby, this ain't it. I do like Kiana though. I just don't think she's looking good right now with the Wendy situation. It looks bad.
It's hard for me to say I like her now. It's hard for me to say I like her really, because when it comes to all front, I liked her when she first came on, not full time, because it seemed like she was able to say everything with her chest. Like she had nothing to lose. But then when she got the flute, it's like you start playing this game. Like you're not really saying how you feel with Wendy to your chest, because the issue, you like trying to nitpick little things. That was weird. Then when you try to front on your friend, what's her friend name? Angel. Yeah, that I was completely done. So I don't like Kiana. She's pretty.
I think she teamed up with Giselle, in my personal, to comfort Wendy this season, because I don't think
she did though. Giselle ain't even working that hard. I think she feels compelled to do it, but I don't think Giselle is recruiting her.
You don't think so? I feel like they probably had a talk.
I feel like Wendy is more so seeming like a follower of Giselle and Ashley than anything. The way she handled that Angel situation, I ain't really like that shit. I feel like when it comes to Kiana, I don't like her now because of the way she's been handling the situation. It's giving defensive. It's giving go smoke a joint, go have an orgasm, go run. I don't know, but get the energy out, bitch, because it's too much. Also with Stacey, it's also like, girl, what is all of it? Like, it's just a lot. And I think it's energy, it's misplaced energy. It gives misplaced energy, like something else is going on. So you are picking these fights. However, when Wendy just started laughing, it's more so of me feeling like Wendy's fake and hating that. Like hating that she always has these moments where you know, you're always trying to act unbothered about something. And I could see why it would be exhausting trying to have a conversation with somebody that's always like playing to the imaginary jury in the room. And I feel like Wendy does that. Like Wendy has a tendency to have a conversation with you in a way as if there's an imaginary lawyer and judge in the room that she's speaking to. Because this is specifically correct. And, you know, yeah, on paper, it sounds good. But energetically, bitch, why are you acting like you're not acting weird when you kind of are acting weird? And I do think there is some truth to Wendy being a follower and kind of picking how she treats people based on how it's going to work out for her on the show. So I think, you know, even though I like Wendy, I do. I just still feel like she is very opportunistic and not really... She's not being like honest anymore emotionally to me on the show. And I understand why. They bullied the fuck out the girl for a long time. So I think there is a level of detachment that's happening. But
you think she's opportunistic amongst these ladies?
Yes, I think like kind of like, because the way she did the angel thing, I feel like the way she handled ever since she came on the show, really, she kind of is cool with whoever based on how it moves for her. Like, she's always kind of still tried to be cool with Giselle, even though Giselle has treated her badly. Like, she just always continued to try to fit in and kind of deal with the way they, you know,
they operate.
Even when it didn't serve her.
To be in her position, I think that makes sense though. When you don't got no real friends on this show and they just co-workers. So when you going into like a workspace, you just gonna like migrate. Like, we cool. You know,
I don't begrudge her. It's just I could tell that there's a disconnect because of all of that. So we're not getting like an honest version of her. So it makes it hard to connect with her because she's so, you know, unaffected in a way. It's like, girl, you have to like truly...
She does give that at times, like as if she's always in full control of herself. Like,
yes. And
I know the camera's always watching, so I'm gonna present.
Yes. It is very like guarded in a way that I get, but it in this environment, it just kind of feels like I wish you would just like be honest in the moment. Like instead of doing all of the laughing and shit, being like, bitch, I really do not know what the problem is, and I don't like the way you're talking to me, so I'm gonna go and just get up and walk off. But she had to like do the fake evil laugh. She always does something that's slightly cringe in these moments, and that was you know, like, come on, just get up and walk off. You didn't have to do the fake laugh.
I didn't like the laugh at first because I was like, now why would you laugh in that lady's face? But then at the same time, it was like, BIT, like, you really ain't got no real issue with me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the one that actually defended you when Ashley was coming for your ass. But you over here being cool with Ashley. You over here being cool with Giselle. When she said, you don't even like Giselle. I actually like Giselle. That lets me know that you didn't like Giselle, but now you do. So it's okay for you to like Giselle and not for Wendy to now like Giselle as well. And I feel like you and Giselle have gotten closer than you and Wendy, because obviously Giselle has opened up that space for you to be closer to her than Wendy would. And that's why I feel like y'all had that conversation on the outside for how y'all was gonna operate when y'all come into the season. Giselle knows she can't go at Wendy how she would probably want to, based on how things were for her in the previous seasons. So you see how she kind of found an issue and leaned in on it when it came to Angel. I feel like she may have did the same thing with Kiana. And whenever I think, also I'm thinking about when Candace said they all had a sit down, remember, talking about Monique and how they was gonna come for Monique. I said, you know what, that's not too far-fetched for me to believe that Giselle sat with Ashley as well as Kiana on how they finna move this season. She don't like Stacey, period. Because now all of a sudden, Ashley, who was spending all this time bonding with Stacey last season, now you got this issue with her because you can't confirm her marriage. Like, that makes no sense. So but that's just what I think. I feel like,
because like the doing a good job of you not talking to us about your marriage. And also it's like all you hoes have left these niggas and got back with them and left these niggas and got back with them. What are we talking about?
Shit. Ashley almost as long as she was married to get divorced.
Yep.
So it's like, what are you mad about? But they said she actually, did y'all hear they TMZ or one source, somebody actually found paperwork?
Yeah, that they're actually divorced.
She was divorced. Yeah.
What did y'all think about Angel? Angel saying this is actually going to be a problem. I want to know what Bondy's thoughts were about how Wendy also approached that situation with calling her out.
I didn't like it. I didn't like it because I actually like Angel. It's something about her that she seems like a real person.
I like Angel.
I felt her like she was being sincere in the way she was moving, like trying to be a real friend of Kiana. And I think when she first heard about what happened, she was upset. But as she said, 2 days went by and the lady apologized. The lady apologized to her. So I think she wanted to let it go. So she let it go. Wendy turns to her and then acts like she was supposed to do much more than that. And I just kind of feel like, girl, what the fuck? It felt like you just was there to do a job. Because why would you even do that in that moment? And I think Angel's sincere, like, you know, I was mad. Yeah. Like, why do I have to explain to other grown women that the anger I had when I first found something out, I may not necessarily have after somebody apologizes to me? Like, why do I have to explain
Only because in my personal, because when they first had the day of the sound bath, it came out. Miss Girl kind of apologized right at the gate. Miss Kiana, like, I ain't say that. Well, Giselle said I said I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that, right? Then you come like I believe 2 days went by, or at least a day or so went by. You meet up with these ladies and then tell them, oh, this gonna be a real problem if she said it. I'm thinking, I thought y'all already fixed that. I thought that was like a nipped in the bud, and it wasn't. So now you're saying it's gonna be a real problem. Okay. Giselle said, and that's gonna be the first thing we talk about when we get together. And that was the first thing they talked about when they got together. So when Wendy calls it out, now it's a problem. But really, Wendy, I didn't think Wendy was wrong, because yeah, you are switching up. You said this was going to be a big problem. And you're like, oh, so she's like, oh, well, 2 days has went by. Well, a day or two went by since this shit happened the first time. And then you turned around and said you have a problem. So
it wasn't like she did
you up and down with it. And we like, just tell your friend how you really feel. Like, it's okay. Unless she did chin check you and you can't express yourself with your friend.
I mean, I don't like that they keep using chin check like this. It's making my nerves.
Like it's fighting.
Like, those are fighting words. Yeah, why are y'all using it so casually?
Yes.
And it was the fact that Angel still tried to ride for Karen after Karen admitted to essentially fronting on her in front of women. But you could tell that's how real Angel is, because it felt like she was trying to make sure that the show didn't ruin their friendship by any means necessary.
Like these ladies
like she just shut it down.
Friend. Yes.
And then her friend turned around and embarrassed her, though.
Yes, and she was like, and I hope we don't have this problem again. When she said that shit, I was like, oh no. See, now I don't like. That's what kind of made me not like Kiana even more, because I could tell the way her body language was sitting at the end of that table. You want to be in charge of the girls so fucking bad,
so bad.
Even I watched What Happens Live. Did y'all see her?
Oh, I missed it.
Okay, y'all. She didn't say nothing. But she looked amazing. But she came on Watch What Happens Live with, like, the amount of confidence she had was unlike how we're used to seeing her. It was almost like, yeah, I'm that girl. Like, she just has evolved into feeling herself on a whole nother degree, versus when we first met her, it seemed like, she was a hustler, she was pretty, like, or just a regular girl, but her essence was different to me when she was on Watch What Happens Live. So I'm saying, like, that's very intertwined with how she was sitting at the end of that table, like, yeah, I'm in charge of the girl. So you know what, Jami, you're right. She probably did sit down with Giselle before the season started, had a conversation, which is why Giselle is working even less this season. She kind of just like in the background.
Just kind of pushing it a little bit when it's needed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And to me, I kind of felt for Angel in that moment, because I could tell that she was honestly like, what am I supposed to say to that? Like, she was flustered. Like y'all said, she was flustered. And in that moment, I did feel like she actually cared about her friendship, and that girl sunned her right after she kind of took this ego
high road.
Yeah. And after that, I wouldn't be trying to fuck with her at all. But I like that girl's energy. I like Angel's
I like
energy.
her too.
And I feel like that's why they pick on people who they think might actually pop off sometimes, and people who they think might be a weaker personality. So if you nice, they think they may be able to punk you, but she don't give that. I think she only gave punk because it was Kiana. But if it was one of the other women, I think it might have been different.
I think she gave, I'm still learning these ladies in this show. And although Kiana is my friend, I still got to learn her in this environment. Because when she was acting true to herself also, Kiana didn't like it. Because I think Angel was being very level-headed when she said, did you ask her about her kids? Like, well, you don't know for sure if her kids were still sick or not. Like, you don't know when she was talking to Tia too. And you didn't like it.
That was another thing I liked about her because I think she seemed level-headed in that moment when I felt like Kiana was kind of like going off a little bit. Yeah, something is up with Kiana. Like the energy was just very like, yeah, okay, all right, girl, damn. Like, whoa, little spider monkey, calm down.
Yeah, she was I don't know what she had. I feel like part of it was her mama was there, Greg was there, being performative as hell, coming out there giving her that money and stuff.
That was so weird. That was so weird.
I said, Lord have mercy.
She's trying hella hard, is what it's giving.
She is. What y'all thought about her and Stacey in the car though? When Stacey said, I don't want to be chin checked. I'm sure you're the one that could do it. Holla.
I ain't gonna lie, I thought that was funny. I kind of like Stacey's humor. I like her dry kind of response to a lot of the shit. She was like, "Oh, well, let me go get a breath mint." Like I thought she was funny. I ain't gonna lie.
That's why I said person. I was saying that's why I said if it was between her and Eddie, I would be buying my cannabis from her because she's so carefree.
But yeah, giving hard wig and a soft
and she got guns, so hers is completely different than Eddie's. And I have to say this before we go. I will say, Angel baby, the Kiana situation, and in the car with on the van with Wendy, you do be giving follower. Wendy told her, "Is that your friend? If I were you, I would have used my dress to get that drink off of my friend." And I do believe Angel reached for her dress as if, because Wendy was like, use your dress, that's your friend, that's your friend. She was literally finna use her dress to wipe off her friend. I said, oh, hell no, Angel girl, you got a lot to learn. You got a lot to learn.
But when she throwing shade, when she said, if I had a cotton dress.
Yes. I will say with Bondy's point at this very end, Wendy was in her Giselle bag for sure. It was giving Giselle bag when she told her to do that.
Crazy. I missed that part, and I'm really like, ugh. Like that just turned me to fuck off. Like, ugh, what kind of shit is that?
If I was your friend, because she spilled like a drink on her. She was like, I would use my dress. And then Angel said, well, use your dress. She said, mine's not long enough, baby. Yours is though. You do it.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Like, what kind of shit? That's some weird ass shit to say to somebody. Use your dress. Use my dress, bitch. Are you on drugs? You must be on.
Angel was sitting there considering it.
Do you hear me?
That's probably why, because she was caught off guard. Like, wait, should I do? Like,
she was.
That is it.
She was finna do it. I was like,
am I her real friend? Maybe I should.
Should I? Even though she just snapped on me and said, let that be the last time. Maybe you're right.
Dress, girl, you didn't catch that? She was basically calling you a lap dog.
She called you a bitch.
Pretty much.
Called you a punk.
Oh my God, I feel bad for her. Oh my God. See,
don't feel too bad. I think she's gonna rise to the occasion in just a second.
I hope so, because that seemed fucked up for your friend and these other bitches to be doing you like that. Yeah, like hazing. Like y'all low key picking on the girl. I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit.
I do think the longer they're on this show, I think Angel and Kiana are gonna have to accept the fact that friendship is gonna break up.
It's a wrap.
And I think Giselle and Robin will be the only ones standing at the end to have maintained a successful friendship on a franchise, probably. But y'all will not be lasting, because every time Giselle see the holes, she gonna call it out. So,
and that's because Robin and Giselle, they have never tried to get approval from anybody but each other. Kieran and Angel, they too new to the game. They want to impress other people, get approvals. So that means they're going to throw each other under the bus a little bit. I think Angel just need to let it go. As soon as she don't give a fuck, that's when the tables will turn. That's when they'll all be like, oh, Kieran, you ain't holding your own. Angel got your spot. Now it's going to be you. I can see that happening. But I don't think Angel going to rise to the occasion.
I need to see these clips Because you were saying, she wasn't giving this manic. She gave this episode.
The clips from Watch What Happens Live. Yeah. It's just the way she just seemed real, like I don't know how to explain it. I don't know. She thought she was watch it. It was just something about it that just gave I'm untouchable. I'm that girl, the only girl. Like it was just different.
Bitch was in the back listening to Beyonce before she came out. I swear. Like
I was like, who is this?
I mean, she is a gorgeous girl. Like she is very,
No,
very
she is.
delicious to look at. But
it wasn't personable, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like that. It don't make because once you act like that, you're not gonna be as pretty no more. Like that's just how I go. Once you start being a bitch, then I stop caring about your looks and you start looking like the person that you're showing yourself to be. Because that's what I'm seeing with Wendy. Like it seemed like the better Wendy looks get, the less I like her. I don't know what that's about. Like the more perfect she gets, the less of a personality she has.
Well, let's see, because we still also got Monique got to come into the show. Maybe Wendy will show us something different then. Maybe Angel will give us something different. Tia gonna wear Ashley. I just hope Tia is the one though, because it was a sneak peek where she gonna end up wearing Ashley out just a little bit.
Well, I'm tired, babe. I'm tired of her. So I want her to get work because she ain't even doing nothing, and she just be in the officials. Well, babe, your breath does stink. Okay,
like Tia or Ashley.
Ashley. I need somebody to eat her ass up because I get tired of her. Like she really be over there skating because her and Giselle have now clicked up to be the new, green eye bandit, so to speak. Y'all know Ashley always wanted to play that role. She happy that Robin gone so she could be Giselle's main little henchman.
Where her contacts at?
Get them. Right. Yeah. Oh, I ain't gonna lie to you. Ever since she got black stylists, she been looking good.
Yeah.
Looking
just good. Not on stage. She on the stage just wasting time.
Oh, girl. When her and her mama was singing on that mic, I said, now why y'all do that to us?
Yeah, on the stage just wait. And for the life of me, I can't understand how Ashley Darby booked more than Candace Dillard. I mean, I said I want to believe that it's because Candace got her child and she ain't out here,
I think that's because that
extra stuff. Because I'm like, why? Like Candace can sing. Why y'all over here booking this lady?
Oh, that's another thing. As much as they try to act like that's not a part of this show, to me, the fan base of Real Housewives of Potomac tends to be a lot of colorist people. Like,
yeah, and that's why the white people who watch it are so intrigued with the show because they feel like this is a different level of black folks. They ain't really seen like that. Like I heard them talking about it on TikTok. Somebody was like, "Why do they look like that? Why do they all look like that?"
That's why I cringe so much with the fact that Wendy has this on her, this case and stuff. Because I feel like people are going to use this situation to really get off the things they want to say because she's a darker woman.
She's still at the bottom as it pertains to like people who have done the worst shit. Still like nowhere near the top. So it's stupid to me. At best, it's just dumb. It's like, what are you thinking about? Like there are other ways. Why would you do this? Outside of that, I don't even care like that. Fuck insurance companies. They scam us within themselves. I don't feel no way about that. Not stealing shit from old people, bitch. Go to hell. Getting in a car and 3-4 times drunk and possibly unaliving somebody. Yeah, you can go to hell too. I don't care. So, but Wendy is not at the top of the list when it comes to Bravo's long list of criminals.
Yeah, that's true.
Anything else, ladies? All right, y'all. Well, that concludes our show. We thank you guys for being here, okay, on a special night during this week. Be sure to follow us on social media. All the information is there. You know how to find us. Subscribe to all of our channels. All right. We thank you guys so much for being here. And of course, we will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.